By land and not by sea, there's some new photos reportedly showing North Korea may be building a submarine capable of launching nuclear missiles. Retired Lieutenant General Jerry Boykin on all of that. General, good to have you back. What do you think of this?
Well, I looked at the imagery there, and I think it tells the story. What you see in this imagery, for those that haven't looked at it, is you see a Sinpo class SSBA, which is it's not a nuclear-powered submarine, but it certainly is one that has capabilities to fire sub-launched ballistic missiles, SLBMs. And if you stop and think about it, those are as dangerous as some of the intercontinental ballistic missiles, because the submarines can be moved anywhere and they're very hard to track. But there's also a test barge that, when submerged, gives them the opportunity to test underwater SLBMs, or in other words, test them like they would be on a submarine. So I think this is very significant, and I think that this has got to get the administration's attention.
I haven't heard any response from the president on this revelation, but I know in the past, when it comes to some of these other launches that he said technically didn't violate whatever verbally they had agreed to, but they keep pushing it. What do you do?
Well, they are pushing it, and I must tell you, Neil, I think that the president's going to have to back off on praising Kim in terms of him not violating at least the intent of the treaty or the agreement that they had before. Look, I think this is a serious situation, Neil, and I think that the Chinese are potentially right in the middle of it, and I think that's something that the president is probably considering as well.
When you say they're right in the middle of it, sort of pushing this?
Yeah, I think they're pushing this. You know, they pushed Kim to act in a bad way, and then, but at the same time, there's a subliminal message that they're sending to the president that, look, we have influence with Kim. If you want this problem solved there in North Korea, you'll back off on some of this, your demands with regards to the trade treaty.
All right, now, what Kim Jong-un has done in the past is write a nice letter or a card or whatever to the president, and that mollifies or at least eases a bit of the friction here. But do you think the president seriously has his number, though, and figures it out? He just doesn't want to let on that, you know, these accounts that he doesn't appreciate the severity of what's going on is just a ruse? What do you think? Yeah,
Neil, look, I think the president learned from it, but he made a terrible mistake, I think, after the first meeting that they had in Singapore. He said, he came out and publicly said North Korea is no longer a nuclear threat. Well, that proved not to be the case, and he's seen nothing but resistance from Kim ever since. So I think that he knows what Kim is up to. I think he understands this. I think the problem is the president hasn't yet figured out a way, nor have his advisors given him much in terms of a way to back away from this and really begin to call Kim out on this.
We'll watch closely, General. Thank you very, very much, General Boykin.
Thank you.